No one should have to experience what our dad and our family has over the past 2 years. While we feel relieved that this court case has finally come to a close, we hope that something will come of it so that we and our dad do not have to live in fear of these events occurring again. We hope that the sentence handed down today to our dad's former care aide, Tessie Wygott, will prevent her from being able to pursue work with other vulnerable people. While nothing can undo what has happened to our loved one, we hope that this case will serve as a deterrent to other people who work in the care industry, and that it will raise awareness that the system as it stands needs improvement. No family wants to have to face putting a loved one into a care home. When it became necessary for my father to be placed into care, we never imagined that we would have to worry about his caregivers hurting or neglecting him. However, that is exactly what has happened. The system has failed our family. The nightmare we have faced because of this situation has had a lasting impact on our dad and on all of our lives. Dad had barely moved to Santa Maria when he became openly scared of the nights. He said that people came in at night and heard him. We weren't sure what to make of his stories, but became concerned enough to install a camera to see what was going on. What we witnessed was a great deal of neglect and an unacceptable amount of rough treatment. We were horrified when we witnessed the video footage of Tessie Wygott's assault on him. The callousness with which she disabled his bed alarm and strapped him into his wheelchair with nothing covering his legs for warmth, and left him in the dark for all night before coming back and striking him. And the thought of it has kept us all up at night. It has been almost 9 months since our worst fears were confirmed. We find ourselves asking how this could have happened in the first place, and how do we ensure that it doesn't happen again? In a system that considers it an acceptable practice to have only 2 care aides looking after 48 residents at night, it is not surprising that neglect and abuse takes place. While Dad was at Santa Maria, we witnessed a system where families were afraid to report incidents because of the backlash against those who previously spoke out. We learned that the accounts of seniors in care homes are not always taken seriously, and that scrapes and bruises and worse can be easily explained away when there's no evidence on video to prove anything. We've been told that without video evidence, it is likely that nothing would or could have been done about this abuse at all. Our father has since been placed into a safer facility, but he is not the same person we took to Santa Maria for care. He is afraid now. We hate to think that other individuals and their families in the system are facing scenarios such as the one that we are, but they certainly are. No one should have to experience what our dad did, and no family should have to experience what we have. Our hope is that the unthinkable incident will help to inspire change within the system so that other seniors have no fear in being in their own home. We hope that the recommendations in the recent Ombudsman report will be addressed and implemented so that no others will have to experience what we have, and no citizens will have to live in pain and fear because they are not properly cared for by those who are supposed to be looking after them. For us, our dad and our family, the damage is done. All we can do now is try to heal and move on and hope that this never happens again to anyone.